Hi, second graders. Today we are going to begin our Circle of Grace lessons. So, usually we do this at school, but this year I'm going to just be doing it for you online and I'm just going to go through all the parts. So, this is lesson 1. And so, today we're going to be talking about our trusted adults in our lives. So, before we go on to that, let's talk about this picture, the Circle of Grace picture. So, this person in the middle, that's you. So, this is you in the middle. And this is your circle of grace, this area around you. So if everyone stands, I like to do this little activity. If everyone stands and you swipe your arms all the way around you and all the way down to the ground and to the sides, and you go all the way up and all the way down to the ground, that is the area of your circle of grace. Also, your area of your circle of grace extends out beyond your body to the space that you live around you. So that's kind of this yellow area. Now, the blue is the rest of the world around you. Now, the dove represents the Holy Spirit who is with you on earth, and he is with you and with everyone else. So that is the circle of grace. So, the circle of grace, let's talk about what is in our circle of grace. So, in our circle of grace, we want to have people and things that make us feel safe and healthy. So, if you ever have an something or someone make you feel unsafe or unhealthy, you want to tell a trusted adult. So let's talk about who your trusted adult might be. So, a trusted adult is a grown-up who helps you stay safe in your circle of grace. So, let's talk about who could be your trusted adults. Does anyone have any ideas? Shout them out. Everybody shout them out, because guess what? Nobody can really hear you. So you can shout them out. So who could be your trusted adult? Mom, dad, aunt, uncle, teacher. Maybe you have an older sibling who's really way older than you, like who's an adult. Maybe you have a special friend who is not related to you but is a trusted adult. So, a person who is a trusted adult is someone who makes you always feel safe and healthy, and doesn't make you feel uncomfortable in any way. Sometimes we find ourselves in some situations where we feel unsafe or unhealthy. So, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. So, we should talk about some opportunities for you to practice telling your trusted adult that you are not feeling safe or healthy. So, let's talk about how we do that. So, what I want you to do is to look at my poster, and it says, what things do we need to do? The first thing when we feel unsafe is go to our trusted adult. We need to look at that person. We need to say, I need to tell you something important. And then you need to tell them what it is that makes you feel uncomfortable or unsafe or unhealthy. And then after you've clearly described the problem to them, thank them for helping you. Now, the best thing about having trusted adults in our lives is that they can help us to be safe and to be healthy. So if you are ever in a situation where you feel unhealthy, unsafe, or uncomfortable, go find your trusted adults. Now, I know trusted adults can be busy sometimes, but if you look at that person and you say, I need to tell you something important, and you look at them seriously, I bet that they will look at you and they will listen to you right away. So describe the problem for them. Tell them who is involved in the situation, all the people involved. Tell them what happened. Tell them when it happened, and tell them how it happened. So you need to give them all the details about the situation so that they can understand and get you help so that you don't feel safe or uncomfortable anymore. So, what I want you to do is pretend I am your trusted adult. So, I want you to come up to me and I want you to look at me and tell me, I need to tell you something. then tell me the problem, and then thank me. So I know I can't hear you, but I want you to practice. Look at the person. So look right at me. Tell me. Repeat after me. I need to tell you something important. Now, tell me what the problem is. Just make up a problem. And then thank the trusted adult. Okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to go through some situations. So I want you to look at these couple of pictures. These are all pictures where it looks like people are with other people, except for this picture of the beach ball, where they are feeling happy and healthy and safe in their circle of grace. Now, sometimes there is touching that makes us feel unsafe or uncomfortable. Now, if you look, it looks like this little boy is hugging his mom and the grandpa. These two little girls are hugging each other, and this little boy is between his parents in a big hug. So sometimes, as long as you feel comfortable, you can be in hugs with people. Now, I want you to always know that you can tell someone no if you don't want to give them a hug or if you don't want them to hug you. So you need to look at that person and tell them no thank you. And if they keep telling you and asking you, keep telling them no thank you. And then go to your trusted adult and tell them, I need to tell you something important. Explain to them what it happened, and then they can help you take care of it. So, now some things make you feel unsafe or uncomfortable. Now, let's look at these pictures. You can see a heart. That makes me feel comfortable, but a cigarette, that makes me sometimes feel uncomfortable. Now, I know sometimes some of our family members smoke, and that is their business. But if someone offers you to smoke, or they want to give you a cigarette or have you handle them, you can tell them no, and then go tell a trusted adult. Now, the same thing with fire. Now, second graders, we are too young to be playing with fire. Maybe your parents let you light a match at your house, or they let you light a candle, which is fine if your parents are with you. But if you are somewhere and someone wants you to deal with fire or matches, it could be a child or an adult, you need to tell them no, that you're too young. And guns. Now, second graders, I know that maybe some of your parents or family members, they have guns for hunting or something like that, but know that you should never be handling a gun unless you are with a trusted adult and they are teaching you how to use it, and they are making you feel safe and comfortable. Now, most of the time, though, we should not be dealing with guns, or if you see a gun, you need to tell a trusted adult right away. Now, sometimes we feel uncomfortable, like our siblings fight with each other, or maybe your parents are upset and they fight with each other too, or maybe your aunts and uncles. And those situations make you feel uncomfortable. And if they do, tell your trusted adult that you feel uncomfortable in those situations. Right. If an adult ever gets upset with you and tries to hit you, that is not a safe touch. And you need to tell a trusted adult. She looks like she's pretty happy and with trusted adults, and so does he. Same thing at school. If you ever see kids at school playing, that's fine. But if you see kids like this fighting each other, you need to not participate and go and tell a trusted adult. Here's a couple other things. He looks happy and he has a helmet on for safety and a butterfly, and they're having a picnic. It looks like they're praying before they eat. Now, alcohol. If anyone ever offers you alcohol, that's not safe for your body. So you need to tell a trusted adult. So, same thing with other things like dogs. If you're afraid, you can go tell a trusted adult. So, if there's someone watching you and you notice them, you should go tell your trusted adult right away, because that's not okay for someone to just be watching you. That makes us feel uncomfortable. Now, here's some of the feelings that we might feel. Sometimes we're embarrassed or frustrated, lonely, happy, loved, mad, sad, nervous, relaxed, proud, scared, stressed. Now, it helps to tell your trusted adult exactly how you're feeling. So if you are feeling one of these words, say it to them. Don't say you don't know how you feel. Try to think of a feeling word and give it to them so they know exactly the way that you are feeling. So those are all of kind of the wrap up for the lesson is we need to figure out someone who is a trusted adult. And I want you to talk to your parents about who could be your trusted adult. And then practice maybe with your parent, looking at them, telling them, I need to tell you something important. Describe the problem to them and thank them for helping you. So today we talked about in our circle of grace who is our trusted adult and how to tell our trusted adult that something is making us feel uncomfortable.